joining me and the old Grumpy Prosperity team in this new year of 2015 for this week's episode of Grow Your Mind and Money. Tonight, we are interviewing Jeanine. She is the Songstress Personified. Jeanine has experienced the other side of the mountain, the valley, and the mountaintop, and has used those challenges to empower herself by empowering others and utilizing their talents pragmatically and practically to manifest their dreams. Jeanine's work has touched the lives of people everywhere in the entertainment business. People around the globe have been moved, touched, and inspired by her music. And Jeanine is a champion for humanity. And now it is time for some spoken word to kick off our show in this new year, 2015. Of course, we've got none other than the original Sunshine Princess of Poetry, Shani. Shani, take it away.
Thank you, Quiet Storm. Hey, 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 it's Shani the Poet, the original Sunshine Princess of Poetry. Welcome to 2015 with something special just for you. I am supposed to be here. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. I am that child that was molested or beat. I am that child that cannot read. I am that child that was prostituted for crack, or the one that had to watch as his mama was slapped. I'm that child that you abandoned. I'm the one you don't deserve, the one that screams at night but can't be heard. I'm the one that got bit by that dog, the one that almost died when I was very small. I am the child that has overcome it all. I am supposed to be here. They say that death becomes me, but I don't agree. You see me smiling? That's because I'm free. Free of the bullshit, free of your mouth, free of the bullshit that just seems to slip out. I know what they say about me, but do you really think that I care? Yes, sweetie, I am aware of the trash that you talk and the rumors you start, but I have to thank you because you have really touched my heart. You taking time out your busy schedule to talk about me, not even realizing it doesn't even matter what you see, what you say or what you do. Come on, sweetie, wake up and get a clue. In my years, I've dealt with more than you can handle. I've dealt with the depression, death, and discomfort of life, and yet still I shine. I am supposed to be here. And here I stand with my mind and soul intact. Who gives a fuck if you think that I'm fat? Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Hate me because your man thinks I am. Is that what all this is about? You can't handle my mouth. For everything that you have to say, I can spit that shit back at you and fuck up your whole day. Now look at me and tell me what you see. Nah, never mind. Because I can look at you and tell you why you hate me. You hate me because I'm beautiful. You hate me because I'm intelligent. You hate me because of my strength. You hate me because of my faith. You hate me because it's me that you can't erase. I am supposed to be here. Yes, I'm that chick that you love to hate. The one that won't go away. I know it's your dream to watch me stumble and fall. You want to see me hit rock bottom, but fuck that, I'm going to come through it all. And yes, I will be standing tall because I'm not afraid of what tomorrow might bring. I survived yesterday's heartache and pain, and yes, the tears still remain. There are plenty of scars that I've obtained, but today is different. Today, I have a voice. Today, I have a choice. See, these are God's tools that He gave me to use. So no matter what you try and do or say, I won't go away. I won't stay down. See, I've got to get up and move around because the worst of my past, that was just a minor setback. The best of my future will be my major comeback, and I know that you ain't ready for me. But you need not fear what you do not understand. You need to fear all that you know that I am. I am Shani the Poet, and I am supposed to be here.
Snap, 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 toe tap.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that piece. I am supposed to be here. Before we continue, it is time to see what money-making thoughts you have for us, Darnell. What you got going on over there?
Hey, I am glad you asked, Shani the poet. Walk your talk. Rarely can you make an effective argument just by talking. The way to convince people of your point of view is to live that point of view. Live what you believe, day in and day out. No amount of scolding or cajoling or persuasive rhetoric can equal that. If you have had trouble getting people to believe you or take you seriously, it's probably because your actions don't completely agree with your words. Do what you say consistently without fail, and your credibility will grow. Rather than explain how much you care, show how much you care. Connect with others on a personal level and be of genuine service. The most persuasive way to talk is to walk your talk. Let your actions and the way you live your life demonstrate who you are. What you can say can make a big difference, but only if it is fully supported by what you do. Walk your talk, and both your walking and your talking will get great things done. What I have learned about myself and growing my mind when it comes to the theme, walk your talk, and the actions I will take, is to always ensure that I never overload myself with talk that does not mean anything. I will never talk loud and say nothing. But when I do talk, people will be truly interested in what I have to say. I will see you later on in the show, but right now, it's time for our special interview with Jeanine, Songstress Personified. Nakia, over to you.
Thank you, Darnell, and I am definitely going to be interested in listening to what you have to say later on in the show. Awesome. Well, in the first part of the show, we will learn about a challenge Jeanine faced in having her dreams fulfilled, a challenge that knocked the wind out of her sails. Somehow, some way, she kept going and used that challenge to give her strength that has made her successful in every area she chooses to focus her time and energy. In part 2 of the show, Darnell will continue the interview and look at some challenges Jeanine faces in having her business and vision fulfilled. We will learn about Jeanine's aha moment and launched her entertainment career. In the finale, Jeanine will share with Quiet Storm a couple of practices that will make a difference in reaching your goals for wealth and prosperity. Jeanine will also share the future of her business and upcoming projects. Thank you, Jeanine, for being on the show tonight in this 2015 new year.
Thank you for having me.
Well, to start off, I just want to ask you a few questions and, get you to share with us and open up. So, Jeanine, what we are asking in this part of the show is for you to please share an incident or time in your life that knocked the wind out of your sails, when the going got even rougher and you felt like you were lost. Please be as specific as possible so we can truly appreciate you were experiencing.
absolutely. First, I want to thank Shania Darnell for those words. Both were so fitting, and I was over here taking notes because everything that he said in terms of, live what you do consistently was was something that I actually had to hold on to early when I decided to take on music. And my moment that I'm going to describe to you, see how important it is to never overload myself with talk that doesn't say anything. How about that? Now, the challenge that I had, not the win out of my sales, after I moved to New York with no money and nowhere to live and no opportunities and a CD and nowhere to live. And just by the grace of God, I got discovered by Anthony Hamilton. Things started happening. I got the Songwriters Hall of Fame award from BMI, which came with a small amount of money, which I used to purchase my first room in an apartment.
You're taking me too fast.
Oh, because I know I'm supposed to get to the challenge. But
let me on what you're saying. You was
okay.
For me. Go ahead.
I had experienced some success. I had become a Grammy-nominated songwriter. Anthony Hamilton made me official. Wow. I had won a Songwriters Hall of Fame award for excellence in songwriting from BMI and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Wow. I had recorded with some pretty big names at the time, still big names, and I was feeling myself.
Okay.
I was feeling myself. Again, overloading myself with talk that does not say anything.
Okay.
So I get a phone call from my producer that I work with. He had been diligent in the underground scene, working every day as a producer, as a working producer, selling beats, worked with me, did my whole album, charged people for sessions. We were just working class musicians. And I was getting royalty checks. I guess that would be the other side of the mountain. I'm still getting royalty checks, but I was getting enough royalty checks to whereas I could focus on music. I really didn't have to worry about too much. Still had to, do what I had to do in terms of maintaining, but the bulk of my expenses were covered by my music.
Okay.
So I guess that would be the other side of the mountain for a musician. And I got a call from my producer, and he told me that Jeff Robinson of MBK Entertainment, who used to manage Alicia Keys, would like to buy one of my records. One of the records that's actually going to be played tonight, Baby It Ain't Over, for one of his artists that was a background singer at the time. So I was excited at first. I got the contract. I was told I would get $500 and I guess no publishing, maybe a little bit of publishing, but it was really no publishing initially, and I was like, I can't do that. My management at the time told me not to do it. My gut told me not to do it, and I didn't do it. But the thing that knocked my wind out of my sails is after I said no, I didn't get any work ever again from people. Like, that's the thing. Like, there were a lot of things that I said, like during the session when Jeff wanted to know the sample, I wouldn't let the producer say what the sample was. I kept it close to my chest. I wasn't trusting. I wasn't understanding that sometimes you have to say yes or don't say anything. Just participate and nod your head if you can't say yes. But when a person in power asks you for something, the best thing you could do is give it to them, especially if they have something that you want, which is a career. So it knocked the wind out of my sails immediately afterwards because the whole ordeal went on for 6 months. The artist and I had gotten to know each other, and things didn't go well with that. She didn't end up staying signed. She got a better opportunity singing background for somebody else, and I believe she's still with that person. A lot of things came out of that challenge that resulted in me feeling or thinking, which is, we talk about money-making thoughts. Me even believing that I was blackballed was not a money-making thought because, one, I was still making money, and two, I had actually, started licensing music for television, which 8-9 years ago, that was great because, artists, I was in the loop for some reason. I was getting the money for the placements with my producer, a great company out of New York that has since been bought by someone else called Master Source, was putting my music out there pretty regularly for television placements. So that was something for me, but it wasn't the same as being that artist that you would hear yourself on the radio. So that was a real painful experience because after that, it was like I was locked out. It felt like I was locked out.
So, Jeanine, after you were blackballed, I mean, I'm sure many people have experienced that. We all have, at some level, some degree, whether we knew it or realized it or not. But after that point, I'm sure that was traumatic. When you were dealing with that situation, did you blame other people for that experience, or did you blame yourself for those circumstances, or just did you blame the circumstances itself?
I was in a place of blame. I no longer live in a place of blame, but at the time, I was able to blame it on a lot of things. I was able to make excuses for why I said no because the publishing wasn't right. I could make excuses for my poor attitude. I didn't have to take the tone that I did with some of the people that I talked to, namely an attorney. I can't remember his name, but I blamed everything. I blamed the weather. I blamed the fact that my bus card expired when I was trying to get on the train to go somewhere to print out the copy. I managed to create a scenario that absolved me of responsibility so that I could accept what had happened. And the one thing I did do, though, I did continue recording and singing and just kept trying, kept knocking on doors. That's one thing I did do. So while I was blaming, I was still working. While I was praying, I was moving my feet. The royalty checks started to shrink. Placements started to get few. I had to actually go and, ask people, why aren't you speaking to me? What did I do? Why won't you work with me again? What happened? So, yeah, I had the humbling experience of that.
So that went on for about 6 months of making it.
6 months? No, honey. No, baby. It went on till 2007. That was in 2005. That was 2 years of a drought.
Wow. Okay. So at what point did you stop caring about who or what to blame?
Well, I would say I never cared. Even as I was blaming, I still didn't care. It wasn't going to stop what I was doing. I never cared who it was. I have no respect of person when it comes to world domination. So at that point, I did make a shift that said, okay, you don't like me. I have 2 of these fingers, and I can raise them, and I'm good. So I was mad, but I was resilient, I was perseverant, and I was willfully ignorant of the fact that I could be stopped. I just didn't accept it. I would say that the blame, you make me sick as I'm pulling away in a cab going to the next studio that won't open the door. That's about the extent of it. That's what it was. It was no pity party ever. There was no pity party. There was more anger. There was more saying things, talking crazy, being arrogant. That's what it was for me. It was arrogance. It was like, have you heard my music? What are you talking about? That's what I was on. It was never a matter of me wanting to, blame implies that I don't have any power, and I'm all powerful. I wrote the song. What are we doing here? Whose music is this? What are you singing? So my arrogance took me over the top.
Jeanine, you had to get over the point that people didn't want you anymore. That for whatever reason, they stopped communicating with you. So at one point or another, you were angry, you were mad, you were, distraught through the midst of your arrogance because you wanted answers.
Right. I was crazy enough to ask for them. In person, on the phone, via email. So yeah, I had outbursts, but I would never adopt a victim mentality. If anything, I became more of a bully.
Wow. Okay.
So,
okay.
And that's a problem because you get more honey with, you get more bees with honey. I was like, how do you get honey? Yeah, you get what you want, and you also have to keep going. Like that's another thing I learned. Like I feel like if any artists are listening to me right now, and I pray for world domination. Actually, I claim world domination every day, and I feel like if any artist is hearing this, the one thing that you have to have, even if you're blaming somebody, even if something defeated happens, you still have to think that your craft and the mastery of it is under your control. That's my dominion. So however you feel about it, I may be mad about how you feel about it, but it's not going to change how I feel about it. So I always maintain that my music is stellar. I am more than an adequate songwriter, and my work is good, and I'm going to keep working. And if you don't want to work with me, that's fine. I'll keep asking people to work with me. The people that want to work with me will work with me. The people that don't can get their beats jacked anyway because they're online. Good night. And that's fine. Like, I refused. I was indomitable. I was not willing to entertain the perceived blackball. You can blackball me, and I'm gonna interview you, and I'm gonna email you, and I'm gonna stay persistent. I'm gonna stay crazy. That's what I'm gonna stay crazy. Okay. So that was my prevailing thought.
Everybody's a little crazy. It's okay. When would you say you started to actually see the light of hope and possibility? What was that moment? And what steps did you take to start the journey toward that light? What was that significant moment?
That significant moment after the drought?
Huh?
After that big, after not getting that placement with that guy with Jeff Robinson? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're saying? Like after that drought, when was my big moment?
When did you start to see the light of hope and possibility? When did that wall of arrogance fall and you saw an opportunity, a transition? That moment.
That moment, yes.
Okay.
That moment was when I had decided after the kick in the stomach, I decided to release my album. I said, well, baby, it ain't over, it's hot. So I took the collection of songs that I had been working on, because this happened in 2005. In 2006, even though people were ignoring me, I was like, well, while y'all ignoring me, I'm going to put out my original music. Y'all don't have to give me work for a songwriter. I put out my original music, and I got a call from a rep from Quantum Projects, and they said, we like your music. We want to sign you. So that was when I started to understand that resilience is key. Willful ignorance of what anybody says is key. And that started me down a path of actual spirituality, because the person that called me is one of my dear friends, and she helped me get on a totally different spiritual path that I'm still on right now. So it was a very positive turn of events. And 2007 saw the end of that drought when I did, in fact, get signed and get to go tour Australia, New Zealand, and Tasmania, and the West Coast, and Canada, and several other places as an artist on Quantum's roster. So
awesome. Okay, so I know you gave our listeners some words of wisdom. However, is there anything else, any other words of wisdom that you would share with our listeners from the theme, Walk Your Talk, when it comes to building wealth and prosperity?
Yes. When it comes to building wealth and prosperity and walking your talk, really walking your talk, you are what you do every day. Every day. Well, first of all, really, when after the quantum thing went down, I ended up in Las Vegas working a day job. And I said, and I was still recording. And I said to myself, like, why am I doing this? And I was still getting royalty checks, but why do I have a day job? Well, because my royalty checks weren't big enough. And what am I doing every day that puts me in alignment with what I want? Going to work was not a part of it. Leaving my house every day was not a part of that. So I decided that to be in alignment with what I wanted, I needed to make sure that I didn't have to even my life, if it was a silent movie, somebody could watch it and they wouldn't be able to tell whether I was a millionaire or not, because I didn't have to leave my house. So that was my first step. My first step was letting go of the need to work for somebody else outside of my home. Now, if I can stay in my house and make money, then we're good, because at this point I am wealthy. I have at my disposal my time. I can be doing whatever I want to do while I'm helping you make money. But at the very least, part of this is my dream. It's not all your dream. I'm not in your building. I'm somewhere that is familiar to me, doing half of the time I'm doing what you want me to do, and the other half of the time, probably 90% of that time, I'm doing what I love to do. So that was the first thing. I had to make sure that I was in alignment with what I wanted. Getting up every day and leaving my house to go make money was out of alignment with my lifestyle as a millionaire or a billionaire. It was just out of alignment. Unless I'm going to a tour, I'm going to do what I love to do. But if I'm not going to do what I love to do, why am I leaving? So that was the first thing. I had to get that out of the way. The next thing was I had to make sure that if I say that I'm a songwriter, I had to have music. I don't understand. I didn't think that it was that big of a deal, but as an artist make music. Artists have music. So I feel like as a songwriter, I need to be writing songs. So I make sure that I do that. And I always speak like I have what I need. I speak about world domination because that's what I believe I'm here to do. I'm here for that. I'm here to contribute my work and have it globally and financially recognized. I am here to make music. I am here to create works of art, visual art, television, whatever I can create, I'm here to create that. So every day I make sure that I am living life as a creator. And I create my life. So that's pretty much, those are my words to live by. Create your life. Create something every day if you're a creator. If you're a singer, sing. If you're a painter, paint. If you're a dancer, dance. If you're a lawyer, go to court. Do you, whatever your passion is. But if you're not doing your passion and you're getting up every morning to go work for somebody else and chill until it's time for you to go work again, you need to rethink why you were born and figure that out so you can do what you were put here to do.
Jeanine, wow. What you have been sharing is more than a blessing. And I am definitely moved, touched, and inspired by your sharing and transparency. And I see from myself following those 3 steps, and which I've already been implementing, but to really hear it from someone else and with such passion and power behind your words of letting go the need to go to work every day for somewhere else for somebody else when I don't even want to be there.
Right.
Not being in line with what I want and doing what I want to do every day, following my passion and speaking life into my business, my passion, my purpose as though it is, and being recognized globally and financially. I get it. And I think so many of us get it and will definitely be able to take hold to a lot of what you have shared today, internalize it, and explode in 2015. And I look forward to hearing the next part of the interview with you and Darrell and Quiet Storm. But right now, I really appreciate you taking the time to share with me and dialogue with me for this time. So we're going to hear more from you, Jeanine, later in the show. It's time for a prosperous spirit with Miss Cookie, but I think Ronnie B is going to step in for her tonight. Ronnie B, over to you.
Yeah, Miss Cookie and y'all out there, she appreciates your shout-out and email. She really was under the weather the last couple of weeks, but she did send a recipe, and Miss Cookie will be back soon. And what she sent for us today is, and this is so perfect, free. Free from limiting beliefs. I enjoy a new perspective of life. Thoughts of unworthiness, inadequacy, or lack inhibit my growth. My bondage to such error beliefs is like the ties that tether a hot air balloon to the ground. I can make a different choice. I can deny the power of error beliefs over my life, release them, and free myself. I affirm, I am worthy of all the riches of the kingdom. God is my source, and I have unlimited potential. I replace limiting thoughts with statements of truth. As I affirm them daily, they grow in me, and I see life from a new perspective. Like a hot air balloon fueled by propane, I am lifted up by the truth of God's love. Untethered from false beliefs, I gain a wider outlook of all that is. Free and unlimited, I soar to new heights. Stay true to your faith. Shani, take us to break.
Yes. Stay tuned for the Kitchen with Miss Cookie and Quiet Storm featuring music from Jeanine on the Korner.
They say, stop creditors from harassing you. Consolidate your credit card debt into a loan. They say, stop those annoying calls. Simply file bankruptcy. They don't say, consolidating credit card debt into a loan keeps you paying on that debt for years and more years with interest. They don't say, file for bankruptcy and say no to a car loan, no to a mortgage for up to 11 years. Don't file bankruptcy and ruin your credit for years. Don't get a consolidation loan and pay years and years. Get your credit card debt destroyed. Call Sharon, the debt destroyer. Sharon and her team of experts work hard to help you eliminate your credit card debt and get you and your credit back on track. No bankruptcy, no loans, your credit card debt eliminated. Have your credit card debt destroyed. Contact Sharon, the debt destroyer, at yourdebtdestroyed.com or call 888-431-2829, extension 2.
Welcome back. We give it all to you on Grow Your Mind and Money, and you better believe that we do it with love. Okay, so something smells great. I think it's the dish that's being cooked up in Miss Cookie's kitchen. Ronnie B, what you got going on in Miss Cookie's kitchen?
Well, hey, Miss Cookie sent us a good old-fashioned recipe for what? Shrimp and grits. That's
Ooh,
right.
Baby.
So, as she would say, welcome to the kitchen. We have a great recipe to feed those hearty appetites that have been working diligently on growing their minds and money. And, all right, now this is a pretty straightforward recipe, and it doesn't take long to cook. The ingredients, let's see, the preparation time is 20 minutes, 21 minutes to cook. Now you need 2 bacon slices, 1 pound of unpeeled medium-sized raw shrimp, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sliced fresh mushrooms, 2 teaspoons of canola oil, 1/2 cup of chopped green onions, 2 garlic cloves minced, 1 cup low-sodium, fat-free chicken broth, 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, and you know we got to have it, 1/4 teaspoon of hot sauce. Preparation. Cook bacon in a large non-stick skillet over medium heat 10 minutes or until crisp. Remove bacon and drain on paper towels, reserving 1 tablespoon of drippings in the skillet. Now crumble the bacon, peel the shrimp, devein if desired, sprinkle shrimp with salt and pepper, dredge and flour. Saute the mushrooms in hot drippings with oil and skillet, 5 minutes or until tender. Add those green onions and saute 2 minutes. Add the shrimp and garlic and saute 2 minutes or until the shrimp are slightly brown. Stir in the chicken broth, lemon juice, add hot sauce, and cook 2 more minutes. Stir into loosen particles from bottom of skillet. Now spoon your shrimp mixture over hot cheese grits sprinkled with crumbled bacon. Yummy, 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 yummy. Well, it is time for the corner with Quiet Storm. Let's give a smooch and a rosy. Quiet Storm?
All right, Ronnie B., that was a delicious Miss Cookie treat. And tonight we are featuring music from Jeanine. Jeanine is out of Asheville, North Carolina, by way of Chicago, Illinois, with her album, Thank You. From her website, Grammy-nominated songwriter Jeanine has had her share of ups and downs since choosing to enter the music business. And she says, my sound is fun, sexy, and designed for those who require great music to listen to daily. And we definitely thank you for listening. As you know, we ask our team to vote whether the track should get a smooch and a rose or if it needs more fertilizing. And, of course, our first track up is Baby, It Ain't Over. Let's check it out.
Cause I know I'll be crying.
And yes, you heard it for yourself. Baby, it ain't over. And let's go straight to our panel. Darnell, what did you think of that one?
Baby, it ain't over. Don't let me go. We giving it a smooch in the road. Oh, yeah, it ain't over.
All right. Well, we've got our first smooch in a rose. Shawnee, give it to us.
She said that, baby. I'm giving her 2 dozen roses and lots of smooches.
All right. Nakia, what did you think?
I hate that it's over. Baby, it's over. That was on. I loved it. I'm going to double time Shawnee's 2 dozen of roses and all those kisses plus. So I loved it. I'll be listening to it again shortly.
As they used to say when I was a kid, out of sight. Ronnie B. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Well, it seems like Jeanine got a little stalker in her.
Ronnie,
I think she got a little stalker in her, you know. But I likes that.
Uh-oh.
So I'm giving it a smooch in a rose.
The stalkers are awesome.
That's right. Well, it's unanimous. This is definitely smooches and roses galore for Baby It Ain't Over.
Yay!
And we have track number 2 from the same album, Thank You. This one is Rather Be With You. Hit it!
I'd rather be with you. Be with you. I'd rather be with you. I'd rather be with you. I'd rather that you didn't call me to make plans, but I'm so impatient and pressed. I'm driving to your house to cry of my love now. You look happy when I'm in your cell at 2 a.m. Can you feel me? Sitting home by myself on a Friday. We both know I'd rather be with you. I accept the fact that things didn't go my way. One of the things that single girls go through. Eventually you'll come back over my way. We can get back into what we like to do. You already know what's going on in my mind. In case you don't, I'd rather be with you. Don't be afraid of me, baby. Be with you. I'm on my way to see you. Get out my house, go put on some clothes. Tie up the club. Where else can I go? I wanna ride past your house, drive the block real slow. Look for your car. When I see it, I'll just go straight to the door and ring your bell. And when you answer, I'm just playing.
That was Rather Be With You. Woo! All right. Nakia, you are up first.
All right. I'd rather be with you. I enjoyed that. I thought that was awesome. Love the vibe and the flow. Enjoy the lyrics and the music, just all in itself. So definitely smooch, and some roses.
All right, Darnell.
Oh, we're giving that a smooch in the rose. I'd rather be with you, yeah.
All right, Shawnee, the poet.
Baby, if you didn't already know, I'd rather be with you. So I had to go steal somebody else's roses because I ain't had none left. To give out some old roses so she can have all my smooches.
Oh, wow. Hey.
Roses, baby. Smooches and roses.
A day for days. Roddy B.
Well, that track definitely proved that she got that talk in her. You know, because when she drive by, and Darnell know what I'm talking about, when she drive by to see your car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, now.
Drive, look at your car, knock on the door.
Oh yeah, you did, you know. So, but one thing, I do love I do love the music, and because Jeanine is actually singing, and I'm like, wow. Because she can do more singing than a lot of folks do with a lot of music that they done mix together and then threw some singing on. So I just love it that she brought singing back.
Oh yes, that's a great point.
Yeah. Even if she is a stalker.
Well, she is definitely only a stalker for the uplifting things here. But that was a great. I love the way you use melodies. I don't know how you do it, but it's really on point. So it is Smooches and Roses all the way around. And we would rather be with you. Now, how can our listeners learn more about you and your music and spend some money buying your music or booking performances?
Absolutely. Well, they can first go to my website, meetjeanine.com, and that is MEET, Jeanine, JEANINE, meetjeanine.com. And there you should find a link to my CD Baby page. And I have 3 records available there. I have an album. I have a Christmas single that's still good year-round. And then I have this current album, Thank You. And if you go to CD Baby and type in Jeanine or just put artist Jeanine, I should be the first person that comes up. I'm the only one with the cdbaby.com/CD/Jeanine. So if you just put in cdbaby.com/Jeanine, it'll automatically take you to my page. And there you can buy all of my albums. The Thank You album would be the most recent one. You can also go to my SoundCloud page, and that would be Sorority Records. Also, I have a Meet Jeanine on Facebook and Meet Jeanine on Twitter. And if you just Google Sorority Records, I should come up everywhere.
Excellent. Well, folks, you heard it. Go there and do the darn thing. Darnell, take us to break.
Up next, Shiny Sunshine Lounge and Voices from the Ethos. Please stay tuned.
Lord, I confess I've made mistakes. I have accumulated too much credit card debt. And now I cannot imagine overcoming it without your help. I beg of you to intercede on my behalf. Provide me with the financial means to be able to breathe again. Please forgive my sins, Lord. Walk with me. Help me to make the right decisions throughout my life. I'm Sharon, the Debt Destroyer. I work with people like you, good people, who need a way to eliminate their credit card debt and get back on the path to prosperity. My team of experts will work hard to help you eliminate your credit card debt and get you and your credit back on track. No bankruptcy, no loan, your credit card debt eliminated. Have your credit card debt destroyed? Contact me at yourdebtdestroyed.com or call 1-888-431-2333. 2829.
Well, we give it all to you on Grow Your Mind and Money, and of course we do it all with love. Now it's time to visit the lounge. Shani, take it away.
Thank you, Firestorm. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Shiny's Sunshine Lounge, where we feature a mixture of goodies that will stimulate your mind and maybe even having you tapping your feet. Tonight, I don't know if I want to say we have an awesome poet or a nasty poet, or maybe they're a little bit of both. Anyway, tonight we have this poet by the name of Jordan Walker performing the piece, That Ass Though. Hey, DJ, that might be hot.
Jordan Jersey, Spaz the Poet. I know I haven't put a poem up here in a minute, but I got a new one for you. I don't got to memorize, so I'll be reading it off my phone for the most part. It's called That Ass Though. And it's pretty much about an ass that inspired me enough to write a poem at that. So as always, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Sit back and listen. I'm just going to jump right into it pretty much. So here we go. That ass, though. That shit is beautiful as a motherfucker. The type of butt that can make me fall to my knees. Thank Jesus. Shake your dad's hand and kiss your mother's mother. I know that's where you got it from. Her jeans gave you a round cheek, and for days hips and like laid ships, it wouldn't just stop at one. He was blessed with another to compliment the other, and now I feel like heaven is where this God is from. I mean, every last line about that backside. I'm not just popping gums. I've seen cats ask your name while trying to ascertain why your ass remains such an ass-down asset to your astonishing frame. That thing could cause a triple car crash, acid death from cats trying to catch a passing glimpse while it wobbles. And I bet one will hop out with a broken bone in his collar, a fractured ankle waddle, and still try to holler because it's rounded in a waffle. The thought of it makes my mind boggle. They need to sell your genetic makeup at every corner store and drinkable 8-ounce bottles. That shit will fly off shelves in a matter of hours, breaking records like Beyonce's album. I love watching you get dressed. I laugh as you go through big booty problems. Most of them come from denim. I giggle as I watch that fall from little bottom half do a slash dance wiggle just to get in them. When you throw on a sundress, the sun gets brighter just to compete with your shine. He can make a catch and miss a pop fly at the bottom of the 9 with the score tie 5-5. That gluteus maximus is like magic sent from some unreachable big booty wonderland, unlike where Alice went. And I make you mad on purpose, like I never learned my lesson. Because when you get an attitude, I laugh at you and you stomp that foot and your ass jiggles for 35 whole seconds. I remember that conversation about the men you dated. You said you didn't get what you needed. So I think the last man lacking what I'm packing, so when he attacking from the back end, you acting like he thrashing, but what you say you really looking for is passion. Passion. I say, word? I can give you passion, boo. Passion fruit, a little vodka and a splash of juice, and we'll see what that ass will do, because that ass is huge. She laughed like, ha, 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 ha. That shit's cute. But I'm starting to think all you care about is my ass, you fool. I laugh and say pretty much, that shit's true. And with that sentence, I watched her smile diminish while becoming a grimace till she stood up to exit through my house's entrance. I grabbed her hand and said, hold on, babe. You ain't let me finish. What I love most about that ass is where it is and where it isn't. That ass sits in a nice ride and resides in a crib on a part of town we consider the white side. That ass is constantly in a classroom instead of a back room or a bathroom getting smashed through by a rap dude thinking that's cute. That ass is employed at 2 jobs, both 9 to 5, and it sits in an office chair every day right on time. That ass ain't on Instagram with its 2 friends, the 2 twins, being exposed for likes on YouTube, bouncing, shaking, and applauding to make a man's manhood stand straight up like the soldier type. That ass ain't in the club every weekend twerking for a free drink or 2 or 3. That ass is in the gym 3 times a week. That ass is part of a $100 bill. I don't like my cash and dimes. The thing I like about that ass the most is that ass is mine. She sat back down, laughed, and smiled, and I said, babe, come here. Let me grab that ass one time. The end. So, that was that ass, though. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I hope you like it. And what I want to start doing, shit, if y'all guys got some ideas for some pieces you want me to write, just, comment and let me know what you think.
That ass, though. Okay, panel. So that ass, though, is it getting some snaps or some rotten tomatoes? Okay, so we're going to start with our wonderful guest, Jeanine. What do you think about that ass, though?
I don't believe in ownership, but I would give it 2 snaps for him at least not making it traditional. He wasn't, it wasn't like he was saying, oh, she's in the club, I want to see you drop it. He's saying, no, she's doing something productive with her life, and, he is claiming ownership over that ass. I don't agree with that, but I thought the form was great. I would give him 2 snaps.
Thank you very much, Ronnie B.
And I had to give him I give him a couple of snaps just for being bodacious.
Okay, Nakia.
I didn't know your ass could shake for 32 seconds, so I was like 35. So 35. Okay. I'm going to go.
Hey, Nakia, we'll let you know.
I was being educated. I'm sorry.
Why not now?
I'm going to give that young man some snaps. Anytime I can learn something, it's all right.
Hey, now. Ooh-wee, Darnell. What's the reason?
I'm going to give him a couple of snaps because my man seemed like he was wide open. Open. Turned out.
Well.
That's the
okay. Quiet storm, my love.
Yeah, I loved it because it was tongue-in-cheek, no pun intended. But I really like the way you put it together. Yes, I like the way you put it together. I'm not in that category, but I definitely appreciate it. It was really a great point.
All right. Yes. Okay, so that's my panel talking. They enjoyed that, and I have to say that I was very irritated by the beginning and the end because he didn't have to say all of that extra stuff. I just wanted to hear the damn piece. Now, the piece itself, he did the hell out of that goddamn gold teeth. Because that ass stuff was off the chain. Like, I love his wordplay, everything. Like, that was so off the chain. I enjoyed that piece. Jordan Walker did that. So, that ass, so I hope you enjoyed that performance. I just like the title. I hope you enjoyed the performance from Jordan Walker. You can check him out on YouTube. And now it's time to continue our awesome interview with Jeanine. Darnell, my love, take it away.
Thank you, Shiny the Poet. Jeanine, thank you for sharing your willingness to be open and authentic and full of life.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to continue this interview. Wonder what you're going to... I know you're going to ask me something, so I better make it good.
Hey, we come with... Let's jump into this segment where we'll learn more about Jeanine and some of the challenges she faces having career and businesses succeed and exceed all expectations. All right, Jeanine, here we go. Please share the aha moment when you knew in your heart of hearts that being an entertainer, a professional, and songwriter was the right thing for you.
Okay. That moment was when I was in college. I went to Clark Atlanta University, and a young lady by the name of Shamora Crawford had been working with this producer named Shakespeare. And Shakespeare did Bills for Destiny's Child, and also Candy Burris, the songwriter, was part of the woman that was in Escape that's on The Real Housewives now. She was working with that camp, and so Shamora was like the baby songwriter intern on the camp, and she told me that I had a radio-friendly voice. We were in choir together, and after choir, we went out to go grab some food, and she was like, I'll never forget it, she was like, wow, you have a radio-friendly voice. I said, can you take me to the studio with you right now? And she was like, no. I was like, well, see, that's how the industry works, you know. I got to break that. I should have been famous, you know, like, but from that day forward, I went to see anybody that I could. I went to see her, and then I saw this other guy that had this, I think his name is Michael something or other, but he has, like, the premier rehearsal studio in Atlanta. And he told me, he was like, okay, yeah, you can make it. He was like, I asked him for a minute. He was like, I wouldn't even lie to you. You probably do need to get some more music, because I only had one song recorded that I did get Shamora to take me to a studio, but not Shakespeare's. And we did cut a record, and she took me to the Michael, whatever the guy's name was, and he told me honestly, he was like, yeah, you have a shot. You're actually sexy. If you weren't sexy, I would tell you. So from that day, from that little 2 week, and that happened within a span of 2 weeks, at that moment I knew that I was not going to take anything for an answer. I was done trying to integrate into society as anything other than an artist.
You said, hey, that was it right then. Once you got that stamp from your girl, she just, hey, it clicked, and you were like, aha, I'm good.
I'm going to do it. And I did that. As soon as I was done with school, I went to Chicago for a little while, tried the job thing, got this job at a newspaper as an art director, and I was done. I was like, I can't keep this up. They actually want me to leave my house to make money. Get out of here. So I moved to New York with nothing and started that journey that I told you about in 2002.
Well, Jeanine, what circumstances or people challenge you in having your business and the difference you make exceed all expectations? Tell us, what are you doing to overcome those obstacles? Because we want to know.
Well, what I'm doing now is taking personal responsibility for my success. In the past, some of the mistakes that I made were really based around having expectations of other people. I can do this when such and such does this. I can get a placement when this music director approves it. I had always had hopes and dreams hinged upon somebody else's album and somebody else's project. And I decided that no matter how long it took me to figure it out, I was going to become self-sufficient as an artist. So that meant that I was going to have to be able to do every job associated with the music industry. That means that I needed to learn how to balance a budget. I needed to learn how to clear samples. I needed to learn how to produce, operate Pro Tools, have some semblance of opening social media accounts and having a presence online, building websites. I had to arrange my own vocals, write my own songs, do my own harmonies, create my own artwork, take my own pictures, and pretty much be able to do everything that a musician, manage myself, book my own shows. I had to figure everything out. And that was the biggest key to me, the difference between seeing something as a challenge versus an obstacle. An obstacle, in my opinion, is self-inflicted at this point, because an artist, I don't have an excuse anymore in terms of business and excellence. It's only me. I'm my own obstacle. So if I get out of my way, if I move out of my own way, I can record the song, I can take the picture, I can hire the publicist, I can stay on her every week and ask her who she emailed and what they said, and I can do my job without depending on somebody outside of myself to do anything. I'm also learning how to edit my own videos. That was my biggest thing that I had to learn in terms of business. And when you go to apply for a job, or your training, you generally learn how to do several things, not just one.
Well, you're right. You have to boss up. You have to become that scaled down version just to be able to have things tight and how you want it. So I understand. I can really relate to that.
Yeah, you have to be enthusiastic about it and passionate about it. The same way if I were to, the same passion that I have when I get ready to sing and write a song, I need to have that same passion when it's time to send out all those emails and collect all those emails and write whatever I need to write up and contact and make all those phone calls and knock on all these doors. That passion has to be present in every part. And I have to be willing to sweep floors and mop. Whatever I need to do to make something happen for myself, I have to do it. There's no one outside of me that's going to do anything for me.
Yeah, you have to. But let's switch gears. Here's something that the audience would like to hear. Would you be willing to share a disappointment that involved working with others that still has you shake your head?
Yeah, I'm real disappointed that Anthony Hamilton decided not to work with me again. And that still has me shaking my head, namely because I feel like, when it was time to oh my goodness, when it was time to sign the copyright release, I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I hired a lawyer. I made sure that I got paid immediately. I could have been a little bit over the top in my zealousness to make sure that I was not one of those people looking sad at royalty check time because I signed away my publishing. I just was not going to go out like that. And I'm still shaking my head over the fact that that was disappointing that was my only Grammy-nominated placement. I'm over the disappointment of it, but it still has me shaking my head because I can call him today and get him to shoot the breeze, but Anthony, what's up with the studio? Like, really? I'm disappointed in that. So I hope he hears this interview, and you could tell him I said it. I am disappointed in you, Anthony Hamilton, for not working with me again. And when I get famous, or well-known or whatever, I'm going to charge you to do a song with me. How about that? So, that's how I feel. That's really how I feel.
You just told him.
Yeah.
You just let him know. But, hey, I know that was a disappointment, but there's always a flip side, Jeanine. Please share a specific moment where your efforts and the memories of the work you and others did still brings a bright, big old smile to your face.
I think that would be the time that I brought Lisa Ray and her reality show to Las Vegas. At that time, I was really in a place of rediscovering my craft, learning that there was that the ride of a producer recorded, the luxury of having a Belief or a Jesse, my producer that started out with me, or a Bemiji, hold my hand and walk me through songs, that was gone. For the first part of the career, I always had a producer partner. Bemiji Tillman out of Chicago, of the Harold Washington Cultural Center. Shout out to them. He would arrange my vocals. He would record. He would mix. He did everything. He makes me sound like a superstar every time. Still does. He did a couple songs on my record, California, Badawa, and Baby Come Get It. He would make me sound like a superstar. So when I was in Las Vegas preparing to shift gears and actually, take the reins and just figure everything out, I was able to secure my own licensing agreement with the Lisa Ray McCoy reality show. I arranged for her and her team to film an episode. I got clearance from several casinos, got her to fly up in the air with magician Rick Thomas and his tigers.
Okay.
And basically, put some ideas in motion that were very, it was a high for me. I saw all of my visions come together and fall like dominoes. Some of my favorite people in the world, my family I met my family that weekend. So that was a weekend that, really changed my life, and it's been an honor and a pleasure to be on the planet with some of the people that I met that weekend, just to breathe the same air that they breathe. So it was a fabulous time, and what really made me smile was the fact that I had a vision, and I did everything that I said I was going to do. I said I was bringing a reality show to Las Vegas, and I did that. I said that my music was going to be on TV. I did that, too. I said I was going to have an album ready with Rick Thomas endorsing my music, and I did that. So everything that I said I was going to do that weekend, I did that, and I sold it at the show and made some cash. So I was very proud of the fact that I was able, from soup to nuts, to combine television licensing with licensing casinos, which we know in Las Vegas, there are not very many black entertainers on stage even for a little while in Las Vegas. Sure, they talk about the Motown shows, but look up to Las Vegas right now. I doubt that you would even see maybe George Wallace. Gladys Knight is gone. I don't know who. Boys to Men, limited engagements. There was a need for African American presence in Las Vegas. We're going to see more African American. Toni Braxton, she was in Vegas, but I feel like Las Vegas is a very lucrative market, and I was happy to be one of the people that got an entertainer on stage even for a little while.
Well, great. Hey, I tell you, Jeanine, that's impressive. And we could talk forever. I can definitely ask you a question, but it's time to hear from my listeners. The Quiet Storm, what do you have and what do you hear from the ethers?
Thank you, Voice of Reason. Well, we do have quite a few voices from the ethers. This one is from an Andrew Blassingame, and he writes, Grow Your Mind has inspired me this year. I am listening to the coaching and doing the homework in 2015. Quiet Storm is powerful. The prosperity work is simple. If you do it, and if you don't, you begin to see why you don't have what you want. I have friends who think the assignments aren't sophisticated enough for whatever reason. All I know is that when I do the work, and good things start to happen. Most of the time, it's when I'm bored with doing it. That was a breakthrough for me. When I get bored, that's when I stop doing what is working. Might be simple, but it was kicking my behind in more ways than one. Quiet Storm, please keep making these unsophisticated assignments, and I am going to keep doing them. Is Quiet Storm single? I might be her soulmate. Tell Groove55 if they come to Portland, we got a group that will buy some tickets, and they are good. They loved it. Well, he also writes that he loved the interviews with Tanita and Janet. Their authenticity and sharing was moving and unique, especially given what you normally hear on talk radio. They were a breath of fresh air. What a way to end the year and prepare for an abundant and prospering new year. Well, we do thank you once again, Andrew Blassingame out of Portland. Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. And all of that was definitely appreciated. Keep listening. And let's see what else we have in our little goodie bag. Well, we do have another voice from the ethers. Ronnie B. and Mr. Moore sound too good to be true. Are they really just sexual predators like Bill Cosby? Can't trust men anymore. I hope Janet can understand that it's hard to get back on the horse when men are demanding sexual favors in order to do business and daring you to tell anyone. I listen to the show, and I know they can't be as goody-goody as they portray. I like Quiet Storm. She is always honest and has a big heart. The other ladies seem like they're simply faking it to make the money. What you said, Janet, is true. I need to find a way to get back on my horse, and this time I'll keep my head high. Well, we want you to keep your head high, Victoria. Please do that, and I can assure you that Mr. Moore and Ronnie B. are definitely on the up and up. None of that funny business around here. And as far as my other two colleagues, they are definitely stellar ladies. Very, 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 very genuine. Well, we definitely appreciate you writing us, Victoria. And I have time for one more. Yes. This one writes, Hey, Shadi, it's always great to hear your poetry. I missed you being on the show. Sister Janet has a lot of wisdom. It was a pleasure listening to her share. My mind is growing. Shout out to Quiet Storm for the prosperity homework. It makes all the difference. Now, that one came from Mr. Keith Maynard. And, ladies and gentlemen, if you like or want to send in or send us your comments, please do so. Keep listening because we're going to give you the email at the end of the show. Well, we definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to write and comment and share your thoughts. We are definitely appreciative of that. And Nakia is going to take us to break from here.
Thank you, Quiet Storm. Interesting emails. Coming up next, in the next segment, the finale with Jeanine, food for thought, and the prosperity work.
Credit card debt was kicking my butt. Filing for bankruptcy was not for me. I spoke with those debt consolidation people who only wanted me to keep the debt I had for what seemed like a century. A friend said, "Your debt destroyed." I said, "What?" They said, "Your debt destroyed." They said, "Contact Sharon at Your Debt Destroyed and let her team of experts eliminate your debt while building up your credit worthiness." I contacted Sharon, and she put her team to work to destroy my debt with a plan that was easy to follow and gave me and my family peace of mind. Don't consolidate your debt, eliminate your debt. Contact Sharon at yourdebtdestroyed.com or call her at 888-431-2829, extension 2.
Welcome back. We give it all to you on Grow Your Mind and Money. And yep, we do it all with love. It is time for the finale. Quiet Storm, my love, over to you.
Thank you, Shani. Whew. Well, Jeanine, it is definitely a special treat having you on the show tonight, and I just have to say I am so impressed from listening to you share so freely and passionately. My first question, tell us what challenges do you see lurking in the waters that will try to slow you down or possibly take you off the path from growing your coaching and transformation business and having it succeed well beyond your expectations?
Okay. Well, it's funny that you would mention coaching and transformation business because I am part of the Juju Mama team, Progressive Love Movement. So nothing can slow that down. That's about world domination. As far as what could take me off the path if I was unconscious, unaware, and unprepared to succeed in life, I think one of the big things that people get caught up in is trying to maintain a lot of social relationships during times when they're supposed to make money. If I were a person who was, if I were myself, which I am, one thing that happened tonight, I was supposed to go and meet someone and have drinks and hang out and have some fun, and that was immediately canceled because I have work to do. So a lot of times people with a passion that has to be self-motivated and self-started and self-funded think that they have to party to get connects and socialize to get where they're going. That's a pitfall. That's a mistake. What you need to do is do your work. While everyone else is going to laugh and giggle, maybe they've done their work and they can go laugh and giggle. No judgment against them. But you have an interview. When you hang up from the interview, you need to go get these coins in your house so that you can pay for your publicist, so that you can get a new video and get on Huffington Post and everywhere else and partner with an indie label and get nominated for a Grammy in 2015. Amen. I'm not playing games. So I feel like
No,
a lot
you're
of times
not.
people get caught up in things that don't matter in the long run. Yes, I wanted to go and hang out with my friends. I really wanted to do that. But that would have been so stupid because I had to do this. So those small challenges, if you go and hang out too many times, you'll mess yourself up. You'll look up and you'll be like, wow, I really blew it. I'm not thinking clearly. let me get back on my square and get focused on what I need to do, which is my work, because that's what's going to pay me. Going to giggle and have fun after I've done my work, sure. But during hours when I have something to do, I just have something to do, and that's a sacrifice that I have to make.
Wonderful. That's just so well said. And yes, you definitely appear to be on the square, nod to the ancestors. Now, my second question, please share 2 pitfalls that you've seen people fall into when it comes to being consistent in their actions for growing their wealth, health, and well-being. It kind of dovetails into what you just said, but what do you have to say about that?
Well, the first thing, I guess the first pitfall that I would see when it comes to being consistent in their actions for health and well-being is not listening to your gut. Always feeling like, you need something outside of yourself to continue. Oh, I want to go to the gym, but such and such said that maybe I could do you know that you need to go to the gym, but you don't go to the gym. You do something else that you don't keep up, which is, inconsistent. You have to make a decision to listen to your voice. You make the law. What you say goes. So your consistency, your health, your well-being, that's under your dominion, the power of life and death. What are you talking about? So you have to listen to yourself and know that what you say is law when it comes to your wealth, your health, and your well-being. Watch what you say and know that what you say is law. The second pitfall, I would say, that jumps into consistency is, making relationships that are, social in nature a priority and not giving 100% to what you should be focused on. You start slivering off a little bit of time here to boo up and talk to someone who is not going to help you with your business at all. And it starts to it starts to add up. And you could find yourself pregnant or worse, married. You have to make a decision about where do I want to spend my time. Consistency is who you are. It's what you do every day. So if every day you make being in love and booing up and things that are not making you any money your priority, you will look up and you will see the fruit of your labor, and it won't be money. And it won't be well-being because, maybe well-being, maybe you could be healthy, but if you have a goal and you're not doing anything towards your goal and using that energy to boo up and pursue a relationship that's in love, and it's just all giggles and smiles and we're cuddled up and, it's a mess. So, and it's not an excuse. So those are things that I've seen happen. And, it's a classic story. I'm not saying that having a child stops you from having a career. That's not at all what I'm saying. But I'm saying there are a lot of talented women and men who choose to cop out of their passion because they lock themselves into a life trying to provide for Love Shack or whatever they have going on. So
no doubt. Okay. All right. Well, that's definitely something for passionate folks to definitely look out for. And would you please share with us at least one practice that you use daily to keep yourself in action and focus on those results that you intend to produce?
Yes. Every day I make sure that I make reference to World Domination, and I also make sure that I do at least one thing towards my music, one thing to push my career further. I send an email. I make some art, record a song, make a video, do a picture, do a graphic, do something to further my career and push my agenda forward. And I also I listen to my music. I listen to my work. I honor my work. So if I want other people to listen to my music, I have to listen to it. I have no problem spending time honoring my work. So I do that every day.
Wow. All right. Well, what do you have on your plate, and how can our listeners learn more about the projects and activities that you're involved with?
Okay, well, what I have on my plate right now is the release of a single called Runnin'. And Runnin' is an up-tempo song on the Thank You album produced by Belief. And Belief had a big hit called Chandelier with an artist named Sia. He also produced Baby It Ain't Over that you heard tonight. And the goal with that is to get buzz in music communities, on blogs, on wonderful internet radio stations like Old Grumpy Radio, and just being a person who I guess is just doing something to get the music heard. So that's really what Runnin' is about. It's like, okay, well, Runnin' is got its theme, and I'm actually like literally running the script, running the emails, running the boards for my own thing. So it has a double meaning for me at this time. But I'm pushing Runnin', and you can find Runnin' on CD Baby /Jeanine on the Thank You album. You can also find it on my SoundCloud and also my SoundClick. And there's a video that will be released on January 16th. I will definitely keep you guys abreast of that, and if anybody wants to like my fan page, Meet Jeanine on Facebook, or follow me on Twitter at Meet Jeanine, you'll definitely see it there. I am also involved in the Progressive Love Movement, and you can find that online. That's through Juju Mama, and that is a group of like-minded individuals. I think it's really important for you to be around other creators if you're a creator. And one thing I do say to myself every day, and one thing that is the Progressive Love Movement mantra, is I create my life. So I'm busy creating my life, and if you want to learn more about that philosophy, you can visit jujumama.com. And I am actively recording, so if there are any producers listening that would like to collaborate, please email me at sororityrecords@gmail.com. I'm accepting up-tempo, slow, alternative, dubstep, everything but reggae. And we can do some work. And not saying that I won't accept a reggae track. I've just never recorded reggae before. So there you have it. I am open to work with people, and I'm doing everything that I can to create a life that I am going to be proud of thousands of years from now.
Well, Jeanine, with your self-awareness, your willingness to make adjustments, that is just so powerful and impressive, and you're just an absolute dynamo. So I wish you all, I don't like the word luck, but I wish you all the success and fortune, and just keep it going.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are welcome. And we thank you, Jeanine, for being on Grow Your Mind and Money, and definitely please come back and visit us again, okay?
I will, for sure.
Well, I wonder what that is. Oh, I guess that is a special dish that Lady Nakia has whipped up for us on Food for Thought.
Thank you, Quiet Storm. Jeanine, you have been fabulous. Okay, a little food for thought. Positive in the negative. When you're going through a negative experience, it takes real work to see the positive in it. Yet, when you can do that work, there's no limit to the difference you can make. Great achievements very often grow out of great difficulties. Wow. Those who see the opportunity and act on it truly move the world forward. When you're buried in trouble, disappointment, frustration, and confusion, it seems like you can't possibly see anything good in it. Yet, that good is there. Those positive possibilities are there. And when you have the strength and the foresight to look, you'll begin to see them. One big key is not to take the difficult times personally, even though they may feel extremely personal. Step back, give yourself some objectivity, and you'll start to see the situation differently. Instead of worrying, complaining, or feeling sorry for yourself, adopt a counterintuitive strategy of being thankful. Be thankful for the goodness that will come out of your trouble, and you'll be able to bring that goodness to life. When you're knocked down by life's troubles, the best thing you can do is to look for the best thing you can do and do it. See the positive in the negative. And as soon as you do, you'll start to leave the trouble behind. An action I see I can take for myself when it comes to the thing positive in the negative is being aware. Being aware that life simply happens. I am not in control, but God is. Regardless of the situation, the circumstance, how grim, gloomy, and bleak it may be for me, I must find a way to see beyond my circumstance. Don't allow the forest and the ants that are standing in my way prevent me from getting through onto the path that God has for me on the other side of those trees. Seeing the positive and the negative, knowing that there is something better. The saying is, my latter will be far greater than my now. Quiet storm, over to you for some prosperity work, and find the positive and the negative in your life.
Thank you so much, Nakia. Well, this is all about prosperity work. Plain old hard work. What transforms a great idea into a great achievement? Mostly it's just plain old hard work. Now, it doesn't hurt to be clever or well-connected or be in the right place at the right time. Yet, what matters most to any success is simply showing up and doing the work. Great, big, wonderful things of value are built by adding together small bits of value created in ordinary moments. The most reliable way to success is to be reliable about putting forth the effort. Though you may have many great and powerful tools at your disposal, don't expect those tools to do all the work for you. The more you invest in yourself, in the achievement, the more you'll get out of it. Plain old hard work is not something to be avoided, but rather something to be sought after and celebrated. In addition to building worthwhile achievements, it builds you, your skills, your confidence, and self-esteem. See the work, embrace the work, and do the work. In that plain old hard work, you'll find your very own path to fulfillment of the most satisfying kind, the work. Create a list of at least 10 desires that you want to fulfill in 2015 that will require some old-fashioned hard work. Next to each item, write the date you will take action and get started fulfilling that desire. Say this affirmation daily. I am now guided into my true place with the true people and with the true prosperity, quickly, easily, and in peace. I am now coming to innumerable company of angels. Share your list with at least one person daily and invite them to participate. And remember, demand a miracle.
A world of peace and prosperity, one listener at a time. Until next time, grow your mind and your money, because, yeah, it's a beautiful thing.